Eugene Mulero here with Transport Topics, and joining us at MATS 2017 is Reghan Orman.
Yes.
She's General Counsel at Apex Capital. Reghan, thanks for being here, and how are you guys enjoying the Mid-America Trucking Show so far?
Thanks for having me, and it's going great so far. Every year, it's just, it's a huge show, over 1,000 exhibitors, so it's kind of cool getting everyone together under one big roof.
Of course.
Yeah.
And this is a venue where you have a lot of drivers from many backgrounds, especially the new guys, the guys who want to get into business.
Right.
What are the things that they should really look out for? What are the basic things on the to-do list for them?
So what I see a lot of people getting into the trucking business, right? They've already had experience in the industry. So they're drivers, dispatchers, things like that. And so having that sort of background and experience is really helpful because as they branch out on their own, get their own authority, form their own companies, there's really a lot of regulation and compliance that they're going to have to keep up with.
Okay. What about something specific like the hours of service rules on the federal level?
Sure. So the hours of service is a big hot topic right now, right? Because we have the federal mandate for the ELD devices that's coming in December. And so it's one of those rules that's always been out there and being talked about. People think that it's going to maybe get pushed again with, especially with our current political landscape, kind of maybe starting to go a little bit anti-regulation, but this is one that is going to go into effect in December. And so those drivers who have been keeping the physical logs, they're going to have to make that transition. And so a lot of big companies who have been around for a long time, they've already all switched to the ELDs. So for the small guys, they really need to make sure that they start looking at that and making that transition before the mandate effective date.
And the effective date is at the end of this year, 2017.
End of this year. So by December 18th of this year, they all need to be using those ELDs.
What about when they have to do the day-to-day stuff, getting registered, getting their permits?
Sure, yeah. So those guys, they need to take a look at any sort of resources they can get their hands on. So we have a lot online. About 9 months ago, we put out a video series. It acts kind of like a guide to a new entrant. And so it kind of goes over 10 of the high points of what you need to know as you become a new entrant, because the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, it's the FMCSA.
Those are your trucking regulators.
Right, they regulate the industry. They monitor new entrants a lot more closely than they do companies that have been around for a long time. And so for their first 18 months, all new carriers are put into a new entrant safety program, and they are going to have a new entrant audit. And so to make sure that they, get all their boxes checked and have all their T's crossed and I's dotted, they need to keep up with that. So we have our video series out there that they can watch.
And where can they find that?
They can find that on YouTube, and really they just need to search the Apex New Entrant Safety Guide.
Perfect.
Yep.
Reghan, I want to thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
And check out ttnews.com for full coverage of the Mid-American Trucking Show.